Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be working on shoulder health. So first we're going to start on the ground. You're going to take a foam roller and we're going to roll our lats. So that's this big muscle that runs from the back of the arm down into our lower back. You can almost think of it like wings or a cape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lie down and I'm going to place the roller and I'm just going to aim for kind of the middle of that muscle. So it's just behind my arm, kind of below my armpit. I'm just moving up and down. I'm going to move that roller down a little bit, right into this meaty part of the muscle. It's almost the belly of the muscle here. And I'm just massaging that area, giving it a little bit of love. So this is a huge muscle that runs across our back, and it's really important that we're opening it up a little bit. So here with the rolling, I like to think of rolling as hydrating the tissue. That's the best way to think about it. Hydrated tissue is healthy, it moves well, feels good. So we're just hydrating our lats here. Oh yeah, feels a little sticky in here. You might find some spots that are slightly sensitive. That's an area you want to spend a little bit of time on. Do your best to relax and just sink into the roller. Just really melt into it, succumb to it. You do not want this to be painful, though I do use the term therapeutic pain at times. So maybe it's right on the borderline of pain, but I don't want you wincing or screwing your face up. So just try and breathe and work your way into it. Nice. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to spin around here and the exact same thing, balancing things out. So you can start right up behind the shoulder. Have a look around, just small movements as you search, and then you can pause if you find anything that feels like it needs it. So I'm just going to hang out here for a moment. I'm just resting my body weight into the roller here. You might find it takes a little while to find something, but as your body starts to relax and sink into the roller, I'm sure you can find an area that needs a little bit of work. It's a great habit to get into rolling. Just think of it as massage at home. I'm just going to move up and down a little bit. Yeah, so this muscle runs all the way from our lower back, all the way up to the inside of our humerus, which is the muscle of the arm there. Bone of the arm, sorry, bone. Nice. So I'm going to finish up there, and I'm going to come onto my feet, and I'll invite you to do the same. So what we're going to do here is you're just going to stand nice and tall. You're going to bring your hands behind your back. You're going to shoot them out to the side, rotate the arms, and reach up over your head. So these are just some controlled rotations that I want you doing here. So it's out to the side, rotating and reaching, and then coming back down. So you see I'm trying to get my shoulders as far away from my midline as I can. So I'm really reaching as I bring my hands behind my back and then out to the side, up and over my head. So I'm really working at this end range of my shoulders, and I'm just exploring the range of motion that they have to offer. So this is warming up the joint. And we're also going to come back to this at the end and just see how it feels. So up and rotate, coming around and behind your back. We'll just do a couple more of these. So it's here, and then down, rotate, out to the side, up, reaching, one arm up at a time, trying to get as high as I can. I am policing my rib cage here, so I do not want my rib cage flaring up. I'm trying to keep my ribs down at the front as I reach one arm up at a time, and then I'm coming back down. From here, we're going to do some more reaching work. So I just want your arms out in front of you. So here, we'll get your palms to face away from you. So So you're turning your arms slightly in. It's almost like you're pouring 2 drinks out. And I'm just reaching as far forward as I can with one shoulder at a time. Notice that my elbows are staying slightly bent as I do this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach my shoulder blades away from my spine. So you notice I'm not pulling the shoulder blades back, I'm spreading them wide, trying to create this expansive upper back. So I'm spreading my shoulder blades as far away from my spine as possible. I'm trying to stay long, so I do not want to get short when I do this. I'm staying as long as I can through the front of the body. Could even look up towards the ceiling, and I'm just reaching. I'm just hanging my arms out there. What I'm doing is I'm working on this musculature, your serratus anterior, that runs across your rib cage from underneath your shoulder blades. That muscle is responsible for protraction, which is this reaching that I'm doing here. You might find that your arms get a little bit tired, or your shoulders, so you can bring them down. So shake them out a little bit there. Try and do the same thing out to the side now. So now the same idea. I'm reaching my shoulder blades, so my shoulder blades or my scapula away from my spine as I reach left and right. Holding my arms out, trying to extend my wingspan. Beautiful. Trying to create space in the joint. You can even do little circles here, little circles out wide. So I'm just hanging out here, small circles as I get as wide as I can. You might feel the shoulders cooking a little bit here. That's great. We want that work. You can even bring them out in front. Small circles, keeping that reach. Nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and perform a plank that's also focused on the same muscle underneath the arm. So what we're going to do here is you're going to come onto your knees, you're going to come all the way down onto the mat, and you're going to rest with your elbows slightly out to the side, slightly in front of me as well. I'm lifting my hands up off the ground. It's almost like a sphinx position, or how a toddler might rest on the ground. From here, I am protracting again. So what that is that's pushing the shoulder blades away from the spine, feeding my elbows into the ground, and then from here, I'm going to lift my hips up off the ground. So I'm pushing the shoulder blades away from my spine. It's like I'm pushing my armpits into the ground. Nice, come down and rest. That can get intense. You might feel your abdomen really working there. Let's try the same thing again. So if you need to, you can bring your elbows a little bit closer to you. If you want to challenge yourself, you can bring your elbows a little bit wider and away from you. Push the ground away from you with your shoulders. Lift your hips up off the ground and hold. Try and stay long through the front of the body. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax there. Beautiful. Take your time, slowly come up. You're going to grab your yoga block. We're going to do something really similar here. So what I will get you to do is you're just going to pinch the yoga block in between your elbows. So here I'm holding it and I'm working on the same thing. I'm going to try and reach my shoulders forward, trying to make my shoulders as big as I can. I'm staying nice and tall. I'm just going to spend a little bit of time here. You may be wondering why we're doing this reaching work or this protracted work. Why is the serratus anterior such an important muscle? Well, it's the primary stabilizer for our shoulder blades. And if we can keep our shoulder blades stable, that's going to improve the health of our shoulders. We want our shoulders to work well for a long time. Well, I really do. So I want the same for you. So all I'm doing, squeezing the yoga block, I'm staying nice and tall, I'm reaching forward from my shoulders, reaching my shoulder blades away from my spine, and just holding here. You could even try and pull your wrists apart ever so slightly as you do this. Shrug a tiny little bit and just hold. Just spending a little bit of time here. Feel free to rest at any time that you need. Up you come, Holding here. 3, 2, 1, and let's just put that down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to those shoulder rotations. This is where we're gonna finish. But what I would encourage is to go through those exercises again. So really work on the reaching, work on the plank, and then work on holding that yoga block up in between your elbows. But now that we're back doing the rotations, you might feel a little bit more work. The shoulders might have a little bit more heat in them, a little bit of a pump maybe. Reaching up overhead. Should feel smoother as well. Like I'm feeling my shoulders now, they're not making as much noise. It's kind of nice. Feels like they're moving through a groove, which is good. I'm reaching out, I'm trying to reach as far as I can left and right, then I'm reaching overhead, out to the side, back behind my back. Now with all of these exercises, do not work through pain. If anything is painful, just ease up. Like you do not need to go all the way over your head. It may just be that you bring your arms out in front of you, then behind your back. Try and find a pattern that feels good and pain-free. That's where we want to work. So we're just exploring, doing things that feel good. So make the necessary adjustments as you move through anything here. This feels really good. Reaching up, coming down, behind my back. Let's just do one more here. Up we go, and back down. Let's just shake that out. Whew. Well done for starters, we've made it through to the end. This is work that is just going to serve you so well over the years. These are things you just want to plug into your day-to-day. The more you do it, the more benefits you'll get. These are the types of things that I play around with every day, and my shoulders are feeling great. So I'll encourage you to do the same. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're feeling good, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.